loading limitations. When we say bulk loading, what comes to mind? Bulk loading. Huge. Okay, huge. Yes, what else? Okay, not hypnotized. Okay, what else? Bulk. When we say bulk. Huge, ununitized. What else? Yes, that's the one I was waiting to hear. Unpelletized. So the challenge we have here is that we don't want to have shocks in the air, and that is why we have to give limitation to bulk loading. If you are loading huge number or volume of cargo, you should have some requirements and procedures to follow. And that is what this slide is telling us. And from here going to the other portions of the slides, you would come up to know that we have to, first of all, but I don't want to be marking on the screen because of prep. Are you sure this black is not going? But I want to take, first of all, look at the second one, the load, the third one, weight distribution. These are very important aspects of the bulk loading limitations. So all is geared towards what? Safe operation of aircraft. Safe operation of aircraft. Underline that phrase. Then you come to the line, the loading. Then the third one, weight distribution, as you move on. You can see that it says that all holes requires all holes. What is this? Actually, I've gotten the things holes. Did they ring bell? Hold and hatch. Wow. Oh, I think that the other one. It is not. Every person took it home. When you say hold, hello. When you say hold, its name, something that can hold. So it means it should have a space that can hold something. You get it? So that's the meaning of hold. Any container that can receive cargo in becomes the hold. So even your tables, if you should turn upside down and cover the other end, it becomes what? A hold. Who has climbed the vessel before? A ship. So did you see those spaces, the holes? So it is not a hole, it's a hold. It's not a hole, it's a hold. So please, of course, because when you enter the vessel, okay, that's how it is, and we have openings. So when you open this side, it becomes a hold. In shipping term, you say they are hatches. Hold is English. Shipping is hatch. Then, the moment all this portion is covered, becomes a deck. So this segment is a hold, is a hatch. The whole of them is a deck. The cells are just lines. For example, in container shipping, we don't use holds. Because we use the deck. And we have some lines like this. So each line will take a container like this to put on it. This one to take a container, that's how we here to take a container like this. Then we put on them. So the cells are just like a rails that will fasten the container we put on them so they don't shake. So we have the same thing coming to the air loading segment. And that's why we are having that. Requires all hold, cargo, and baggage to be weighed. And we done a weighing. So you know that even which cargo, the volume of which the aircraft can take. Then or an accurate estimate of load provided by using standard values. When we say standard values, we are comparing types of weights. We have volumetric weights, we have chargeable weights. We will just come there after this. Now, it must be loaded correctly and secured to prevent flight and movement in flight. So, if the goods are not well packed in the plane, as the plane is going, they'll be dangling in the aeroplane, hitting left and right, backwards and forward. And some of them can even force the cabin door to open because they are dancing. And I don't know if I felt a very terrible turbulence, which will even jump you on your seats. So if a human being with seat belt, you are jumping your seats, what will happen to the cargo in the cabin? That's why we want to always be fastened well. So the loading should be in full accordance with applicable regulations or limitations. The operator loading procedures and in accordance with the instructions given by the person with overall responsibility for loading processes for regular flights. The loading instructions must match the requirements for baggage, cargo, or distribution stated within the aircraft load and trim sheet. That's what I wanted to get to. Trim sheet. What was it? Trim. Trimming. It is in, I think, sea containers. Even with the ocean transport, you should get it a trim. When you put sugar, dairy, any loose cargo in a container, Milo, I like Milo, and then you see that, oh, so like that. So this is the top, right? Huh? If I'm not good, when I was in school, this is what I hated. Drawing, I hated. Now, so you see that when you pour it inside, it will be falling like this, right? It's falling like this. So there will be spaces here. So we need to make sure that it has all done what? Flattened. We should trim it. We should make sure that all of them are compact, the same level. Don't leave any space in them. In shipping, we call it damage. Yes. So those spaces that you leave in there. Because for example, if this is a bulk carrier that will put in weight and some portions are left without cargo, that portion can create problem. You know why? Because as the vessel is going, because of this space, the rest will shift to that space. Then the weight will go to one side, and that can affect the vessel in the voyage. The same as the aircraft. So we have a trim sheet that records the cargo, the states that were received, the state that they were loaded, and the status of the cargo and the cabin. That's what we call it on the trim sheet. Now, the distribution between holds has a considerable effect upon the sea engine. The sea engine is the center of gravity of the aircraft. And yes?
It's a recording.
Yeah.
Is it done automatically or by hand?
It's done by observation. Yeah, because before the cargo flights, you've done the packaging already. Okay, so the IATA agents, like you have to check the box, whether there's a space in the box. But unfortunately, you might not have the time to open every box. So you advise the shipper to make sure there's no space in the box. But we give some percentage of volume, that in case it happens, how are you going to do it? That's why we unitize them. So when you're unitizing them, that is why you should take care of this trimming. Don't put a taller box by a shorter box and then have uneven situation in the packages. And yesterday I told you, you saw the diagram on the flights where some space is left for the center of gravity. So the weight distribution should be done upon center of gravity of the vessel. Load distribution will be specified on the loading instruction form by hold. or by hold compartment in the case of larger underfloor hold areas. So all that we do as far as cargo and flight is concerned is that we should be mindful of the state of gravity of the plane and never to do anything that will harm and disturb the flights. So this is the limitation. You first of all have to check the weight distribution, go by the applicable regulations and limitations, the operators loading procedures or instruction given by the person with overall responsibility. We have tally clerk. Have you heard that before? Tally clerk. What do they do?
And are responsible for checking the quantity of wares that is available.
Wares.
Yes. Let's say
Available for what?
for loading.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
And so in shipping, tally clerks are people who they take records. Let's say a person has come in, they take records of whatever cargo is being offloaded onto the plane. So they will take records of all of it. If it is to be loaded onto the vessel, they will take.
Yeah. So they have.